Alright.
Alright, so this is going to be a fan commentary of DDLC, and I'm joined by, I'm Zaun, and I'm joined by ChemCat
Hello?
and Mono
Hello everyone, nice to meet y'all.
and Olive Garden, aka Lil Ollie X3.
Hello.
So this game is not suitable for children, or so everyone here is over 13, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then,
actually 10 years old, surprisingly enough.
oh,
Oh man.
uh-oh. I don't know if we can play this.
That's so sad. I'm sorry.
I guess you can't play it.
Yeah. We
It's
should
not suitable.
I am very
Everyone-
easily disturbed as well, so
Oh.
Don't
I
worry,
do.
I'll make sure to shield your eyes.
Yeah,
Alright,
I
thank you.
actually didn't read that part either. I'm also very anxious, so this is not okay.
Yeah, you're fine, man. We're all anxious, it seems. At least I am. I can't speak for anyone else here, though.
Suffering from anxiety. Everyone's good, right? We're not gonna have a safe experience if someone is suffering from anxiety or depression. What do y'all think about this?
No guarantees.
This is a really interesting, like, you can actually see all the characters here. It looks like a really old faded box, like really old box art for some reason. You know how this is like,
Yeah.
It's like wood grain texture.
yeah.
They have a
think-
filter on.
Well, not Natsuki inside stories as a child of the internet. She probably posted it to the club Snapchat or something. So true.
They're
I
all...
mean, you saw the Valentine's
The
card,
club
right?
should have a
in her DM.
TikTok.
Mhm.
Someone should. The club should have a TikTok.
You should. Then like, we don't see MC here, so I guess this is the reason he's not in the game, because he's actually just not even in this main.
I mean, technically speaking, at this point in lore, he's not even a he's a person. He's not even a person. Sorry, MC fans.
Might be getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, by playing Doki Doki, we agree we're at least 13. And we
I am actually 10 years old, but carry on.
Okay.
Don't worry, you're not pressing the button.
I'm only watching.
Just close your eyes. You consent to your exposure of highly disturbing. Or I think it's gonna be really loud because I deleted the save data, so it might be a little bit loud for a
I
second.
can hear it's loud.
But I'm gonna turn it down like right as I get into this. So
Okay.
just like cover your ears.
Headphone warning.
Headphone warning. Oh.
Doki Doki.
Geek singular. The
Yeah.
muted music.
Dude.
Alright, wait. I think I was a little louder before. Hold on. Let me know if y'all can hear it, okay? Is that like...
Yep.
I think that's where it was at, right? Chemcat? The audio.
Maybe music a little higher.
A little higher, okay.
Maybe like a... Yeah, that's perfect. There we go.
Alright, good. So, new game? Alright. What are we naming ourselves?
Do Salvato.
True.
Yes.
Yes. There we go.
Salvatore.
Yeah.
Oh, who is this? We don't know who this is.
I don't
It's
know.
question mark, question mark, question mark.
Okay. Three, not
I
just
am
one.
Three
forever
question mark.
confused.
Third eye.
Third. Oh, you're right.
Oh, I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air. Oh, like she's totally oblivious to any attention. She might draw her.
Wait. I have a Spotify playlist that has the beginning dialogue of DDLC. Like just the very first like few lines. Yeah. Okay, continue. That had nothing to do with anything.
Oh my god.
Sayori? Is this Sayori? My neighborhood good friend since we were children. Oh, this is plot development here. Or this is like background, world building.
The backstory.
Definitely.
You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. we used to walk school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she overslept more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Oh, Sayori, come on. You have to get to school on time.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. There's no reason to sleep in.
Yeah. Like, I would sleep in,
Yeah.
but I would never
Like,
be
just
able
get up in the morning.
Just get up in the
Just
morning, 5 head.
use an alarm clock, you know? And
Just don't be tired.
don't be tired.
Yeah.
Don't press snooze. Don't go back to sleep. Don't cross go.
Do not
We're
collect
just bullying
$200.
her. She hasn't even been on screen to defend herself yet.
Well,
We're just practicing MC talk. Come on.
we don't even know who this is though. Like, he could be mistaken. It could be someone else.
Yeah, we do. It's his childhood best friend, Sayori.
It's his bestie.
Oh, I guess we get
So
His
going.
true.
bestie.
That's so true, bestie.
This is a pretty nice looking neighborhood. We have like a manhole over here on the road, and we have
We've
some
got
pretty nice
bushes.
houses. And
We
got-
have like a
Just
bus
really
stop.
small
or
sidewalk.
something.
Sidewalk,
Got-
that is.
Solar parent panels because there's like
Yeah.
the two houses next to each other.
Hmm.
Nah, they're like bus stops or benches would be, I'm guessing.
And then what are these here?
It's
Are
like
these
an
just-
overhang over the house to the left. Ooh, fan.
Alright. She's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. Imagine though, he just runs away. We don't. He doesn't.
Best
he
friend.
He never invites him because he just runs away.
Yeah, that'd certainly be
He's so
responsible.
mean.
However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk unless Sarah catch up to me. Oh. Who is this? Alright. Haha. Who's gonna do Sayori?
It's implying
You
I
do
do
not
say
wanna
right by
hear my
doing
secret voice.
the labored breathing.
You don't want to hear my theory voice.
Alright.
I think I could do a pretty good Sayori. I overslept again. But I caught you this time.
Oh.
Maybe. Oh,
Oh, maybe.
the S got me, dude.
But only because I decided to stop and wait for you, so.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Salvato.
No, he's... Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine.
I like how she's so quick to like, you know, she's like completely okay with these little like shenanigans they go through.
Yeah. Well, they've known each other since they were kids, so.
Mhm.
You did wait for me after all. She's always quick to point out the good in MC, even if
Mhm.
it's debatable based on the way he describes everything.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
doesn't know how he's describing it in his head. Like, oh, he does. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to.
Hmm. Oh, and it has that little at the end there. It
The
has a little
tilde?
tilde, yeah. So it's like
to
friendly. and-
add a little playful
Hmm.
tone.
I never knew that when I first played. I'm like, what is this tilde for?
What even is tilde?
Hmm.
Not enough anime knowledge.
Yep. No.
I
Whatever.
had
you...
no anime knowledge when I played.
Yeah. Me neither. Pretty. I had like very, very.
I
Like...
pretty much just played Fire Emblem Heroes, so that's about it for me.
Whatever you say, Sayori.
Oh, that was terrible.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students, making their daily commute. So they walk to school, like, I think, like...
So there are other students.
Mhm.
Yeah, like Student A.
And student B.
Mm.
List goes on.
Student C. By the way,
What
so...
about Girl A in the library?
By the way,
Hmm.
have you decided on a club to join yet?
A club? I told you already I'm not interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either.
That's not true.
That was pretty good.
You told
I
me
like
that you
that.
would join a club this year.
Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on. So he comes off kind of like rude here.
So rude.
He's kind
He
of
just ignores her. He's like, if I just nod and smile, she'll go away. That's so
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah, best friends in this context is loose. In the end speed
Billy, Sayori's best friend is someone else in the club.
oh, maybe. Sorry likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content, just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Huh? I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world.
I like that.
You
From the instances of like Sayori choosing NC back, like she basically says that he's going to become a NEET.
Like, but he basically is a NEET to be
He's
fair.
already
Yeah.
he's already there. He's like just
Well, he's in education.
He isn't yet.
he's not even
Trust me. You trust me, right?
he's not even gonna join a club. He's like he's trying to like avoid joining a club. I think. Sayori.
Don't make me keep worrying about you. Sorry, I gotta ping in a server I had to.
Oh, okay. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Yeah, so I'm not gonna join. I'm not gonna join a club. I'm just gonna go and like, you know, take a look and hopefully I don't get peer pressured into joining by anybody.
What if they have cupcakes?
No, there's no way.
Will you at least promise me you'll try just a little bit?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? So, yeah, Sayori is a bit like, you know, she's not really bossing him around. She's just kind of like, you know, she wants to be friendly and be, she doesn't want her friend to be a NEET, so.
Yeah.
She's actually caring. You know, it's kind of, I guess, ironic that she's, you know, wanting him to join a club is actually caring about him, but he says she's carefree. And like, I mean, it's kind of
how
both.
can she be carefree if she just talked about how much she cares?
I know.
She has many
Yeah.
cares. Careful.
Exactly.
Wait. Careful is not.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Anyway.
He's a bit clumsy, for sure. He's full of care,
Yeah.
but he's not careful.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I forgot that was a word after I said it.
Wait a second.
Oh, Mono, you got something?
Yeah, I was gonna say real quick that Sayori's the type of person who would know the fact that MC is kind of being dismissive or kind of, you know, a meanie to her, but he still cares for him anyways, and I think that shows how much of a good person she is. I think she'd be the type of person to pick up on the fact that, like, hey, MC's kind of being a bit of a dick to her, you know?
Yeah, Sayori's way smarter than most people give her credit to. I think there's also a lot of depth to her that I could get into more when more evidence of it is shown. But she's so great. She's my favorite, if that isn't obvious from the way I speak about her.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, more than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I feel like MC just is very, like, Sayori's just very, like, she has, like, this aura, and, like, she's fun to be around, you know? And, like, MC, even though he's kind of annoyed, but he still, like, wants to be around Sayori, because how lively, I guess, she is, and how, you know, they're still, like, friends, even though they haven't been keeping in touch. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit. even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. So you can take from that what you will. Oh, we have a scene transition. Now we're at school. School day is over. Ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. So.
I mean, sentences ago you were talking to Sayori. It really was over, huh? So quickly, huh?
We got. It's a very like these papers on the
Me
wall.
when I dissociate at school.
No thoughts, head empty. It's literally MC. Literally in Act 2. I mean, come on.
After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs? Guess I have no choice but to start with the literature club. You know, just the anime club. Hello?
He has no choice. Like someone's forcing him to start with the anime club.
Interesting.
So before Sayori walks in,
Hello.
you can say, look, this classroom is so like plain, you know, like. So, like
really generic classroom.
what is this yellow? Is this an eraser? It's like a pretty big eraser.
The sponge.
I think it
Sponge.
It looks like a sponge.
It does.
Yeah.
And then that's like
All the posters are blank.
yeah, they're all.
MC's just associating he can't read.
He just is. He
He
can't.
might be. He was staring blankly at the wall.
And if he was like, oh man, school is really fast.
Staring at a wall for like an hour and a half. Yeah, went by pretty fast.
Yeah.
Sayori, or he knew Sayori was gonna be outside, so he was just waiting for her to leave.
Oh,
Oh,
That's so
next
mean.
level. Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom. Wait, she can't just come in? This is not her class. Okay.
sure she can. The door's unlocked.
Oh, he was spacing out. That's
School day's over though.
He just snuck in when the other students were coming out.
I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd oh,
I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Self-deprecation number 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
see, he was actually just waiting out. He was trying to wait. No. You should have just hid under the table or something. So Sayori wouldn't
Sure,
see him.
she definitely wouldn't have seen him. He doesn't look down. I mean, none of them look down. Have you seen their fights?
They also don't look to the side. Well, they do look to the side, but
Monica doesn't
they
look
don't look
to the
up.
side. Don't look up.
She looks
Oh.
right at
well,
you.
she does. She looks like down
Alright.
to the side. So Monica looks down at an angle.
Yeah, kind of.
They don't
Right.
look up.
MC only
Well,
he only looks forward.
well, never mind. Never mind.
You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know,
Know what?
well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori.
Yeah?
There's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
See, there's no way there's gonna be anything that persuades me. Not even Sayori. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. So he already knew about the literature club because he knew she was vice president. Not that I was ever
Yeah.
aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club.
God, he makes it sound like it's such a
He's
bad
so
thing to do.
mean. He just assumes she doesn't. he just assumes that she doesn't like literature. She thinks she's
That
so
is so
stupid.
mean.
That's so mean.
Yeah, he's like
Good lord.
she's such a carefree person. So since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed it, she inherited the title vice president. And like it's in quotes, like vice.
Monica
vice president.
proposed.
Oh, that pose.
Oh,
Monica
Pose.
proposed? What? So true. Anyways, picnic art by Shatali.
That's sad. My interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Can we just comment on how cute this pose
Good lord.
is with their fingers
Finger
together?
pose, Sayori.
That's
S tier.
one of the best
S tier.
poses. Yeah.
Triple S tier. Super Saiyan even.
Makes
Wonderful.
me crack up every time I see it.
Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Bro, you're
Come on,
so mean.
please.
Why would you care so much anyway?
Oh, well. I kind of told the club yesterday we bring in a new member.
Oh, so this is.
And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. He's so like mad. He's like, why? How is she like? I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning. That's a planned all this out.
My money's on the second choice there.
There's a lot of moments that feel like Sayori cunning rather than people just attribute stupidity because it's the image that she puts out.
Yeah, it's like she's kind of like her persona is sort of like kind of silly, but on the inside she's all like kind of secretive and cunning, and you know.
The way I like to put it is she's wholesomely manipulative. Like she'll do extremely manipulative things, but if there's a good motivation, I'll point some of those out later. But it's a really interesting way that she operates as a person.
I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake. Okay, just a cupcake, nothing else.
It's cupcake. Not interested in literature.
Yes, let's go.
And,
Jesus.
yeah, literature is, you know, who would join a literature club?
Yeah, who? Come on.
And like, I like how she did that little hop, like when she jumped in the air. It was like small detail.
It's a nice little detail to show the energy she has in the sprite transition.
And then she says "let's go" and it has that little tilde and the exclamation mark, so you know that she's like really excited.
To show her excitement.
Yeah. And
she's genuine.
Happy as well. She's very happy. All right, scene transition. All right, do you wanna take over for MC for me? It's like take a break.
Oh yeah, sure, I can do it.
All right.
And thus, today marked the day I sold my soul for a captain. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities.
Oh, I just want to comment. So he sold his soul here, you know, and then
sold his soul.
Like
it's almost like he's. It's almost like he's saying like he knows he's gonna be
like
trapped in the literature club. Yeah.
Or
I have a really interesting thing to note about the dialogue that's right here. Because there's always the big thing that like because it's anime legality is that all the characters are miraculously 18 when like why is MC rarely in the third year wing? Listen, wait, Japanese third year would be
I played it.
Senior, you know.
The first time I played it, I assumed that it was American school rules and they were all fourth years.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know that there was in Japan only 3 years. Like usually it's like just 3 years.
Yeah. And even then, it's really ambiguous about where they are too. Because I mean, Maka even has some dialogue about that in Act 3.
And to be
it's good old Japanifornia, like in a Ace Attorney.
And then
San Francisco.
Exactly, yes. Big Hero 6.
I was thinking like, oh, there's also on a comment here. Sold the soul for a cupcake. Apparently, cupcake. If you Google the definition, and also it's like a slang for like a pretty woman or a beautiful person. So
he called Sayori beautiful.
Yeah.
There you go. MC X Sayori fans.
Or he could have known that Monica was the president, and he could have called Monica beautiful.
Well,
he could have called anyone beautiful.
He only knows Monica's the president in Act 2.
Well, he could know because, like, remember they were in the same class.
Well, he's about to find out.
Oh, okay.
I mean, doesn't he? The game will correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't he expect some? Isn't he surprised that Monica's the president?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but he didn't. How did he know Sayori is the vice president already? If he didn't know Monica.
Yeah, and also, Natsuki is gender neutral, which is another reason why why he's surprised the club is full of incredibly cute girls, as he says.
And
thanks, but
I've heard some people say this was like a college, but then they were like speculating it could be college, you know, since they're already 18 and like, you know,
it's not.
Well, it's
because of Act 3.
Yeah.
It's definitely not college because of Act 3.
Yeah.
One of the dialogue.
Yeah, Monica explicitly says that they're in high school. I'm pretty sure.
I also don't like how
she says that like this is the time. I mean, we're gonna get there,
Yeah,
but
we
she
should-
says like this is the time
Let's go comment on
people
this. Like,
her in her class start thinking about college.
yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, maybe.
I mean, I guess like I
Yeah.
think about college when I'm in college.
Yeah, it does. And also college, like
This is tiny.
usually it's like more than one building, so like you don't really associate floors with like different, you know.
Yeah, or like a building
Years.
might have multiple
Yeah.
floors,
Yeah. So and then
but yeah.
the windows here, you can't even see out these windows. Like it's super bright outside. Like where are they?
Little anime aesthetic.
That was on
Alright.
purpose.
Yeah. Sayori full. Oh, sorry, Mono.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, the new member is here.
I told you, don't call me new member. Eh? I glance around the room.
Anyway,
Who wants to
doing
Yuri?
Well, I can. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you.
it? Girl one. We don't even know her
Girl
name.
one.
Girl one.
I'm gonna call you
Girl
your girl one, your girl two, your girl three. All right.
Yes.
Sayori always says nice things about you.
I'll do Natsuki. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill
You
that.
gotta give. You gotta
Get into the voice.
do more of what, like higher pitched. Seriously, you brought
like
a
some-
boy? Tsundere?
It's that.
Way to kill the atmosphere.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill that.
Okay.
I guess I could do Monica.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna give my best shot here. Salvado, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
Girl 3. It's not Monica, it's Girl 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Monica? Just girl free.
You walk up to her, it's like, girl 3, let's read a book.
There should be a DDLC mod where they never get their names. It's just question mark, 3 question marks, girl 1, girl 2, girl 3.
Funny. I was playing that, yeah.
And MC doesn't even get a name either. He's just like MC or
Yeah,
protagonist.
true.
Guy 1.
Guy
Guy
one.
1.
And then, so we have ellipses here. He's like, he doesn't even know what to say.
Yeah, so
He
I'll
knows what to
just...
think though.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god!
Holy shit.
2 exclamation.
Can't believe it.
Not just 1 exclamation mark. He has 2 exclamation marks.
Whoa!
What do you? Or do you want to do Natsuki?
I can do Natsuki.
Okay.
I got you. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sorry.
Natsuki.
Natsuki.
Yeah.
What?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize.
So this implies that he recognizes everybody except Natsuki, I think. So
No. I think he also doesn't recognize Yuri either. He would have said something about her.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
didn't
does
say
Monica.
anything about Monica yet. Oh, sorry,
He
girl.
does. He does. though.
he might have seen Yuri
But
like
he didn't.
passing, you know,
Yet.
and, like in the hallway. Maybe he like saw Yuri one time and he's like, oh, I've seen this girl before.
Oh yeah, that's girl 1. My classmate, girl 1.
My classmate. She's always reading the same
Soulmate.
book. Yeah.
All right. So
Alright. Back in action. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
I'll do say I could
You
do
can just
Sayori.
ignore her when she gets
Okay.
moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear and turns back to the other girls. Turns back toward the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
I like how she says Natsuki's full of energy, but like in Act 2, she's all like
pouting.
she's like passing out.
Literally has a food deprivation
she, like, blacks
crash
out.
in the club.
The smartest in the club.
Well, she didn't know that. She wasn't there. Sayori was.
Oh yeah. Sure. Oh yeah. Sure. Don't say.
Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
She's so polite.
Oh yeah. I
And
like
it
how
sounds like
MC
you already know Monica. Is that right?
Yeah. I'll just say I like how MC went from being super mean to Sayori, then realized there's a bunch of cute girls, and also being like, super apologetic and stuff. So that's kind of funny.
He has to look. He's like,
Sayori, you
Gotta
say,
impress
you
him, you know?
mad lad. Sayori, you legend, you brought me the females.
Yeah. Cause Sayori didn't say anything
Talk
about.
like a neat, it's MC.
She was kind of secretive. She didn't say who was in the club. You know, she could have said.
Yeah,
like,
the one
yeah.
person she name drops has a gender neutral name.
Natsuki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The club posters have things on them,
Yeah, they're like,
but the classroom posters don't. Hope that helps. It looks like they have Japanese writing.
Yeah, I think they do, right? It's like just.
there we go. Our Japan voice.
Okay. Maybe that's on
Figured that out.
purpose.
But then the side story posters are written in English.
Oh.
True.
I mean, that's part of the bit. It's part of the joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Quite silly.
yeah, and then like she's already like, oh, you know Monica, but like, so like, how does Sayori know that MC? Like MC, I guess they just know each other that well that MC must have told her about Monica. Told her about Monica already.
Sayori says down because Monica said MC was a pleasant surprise.
Oh yeah, she could have like, oh, Monica knows them or knows MC
Yeah.
already. Yeah. That's
right.
That's right.
But do you want to do Monica?
Yeah, I'll do Monica. That's right. That's right. It's great to see you again, Salvatsu. And then
The pose.
Monica
Yeah.
smiled sweetly. So,
like-
there was something interesting about Monica that I actually didn't realize till recently, is that her face never stops focusing on you. All the other characters have a like a pose where they look to the side. Like Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, all have poses like, or eye positions, I guess we'd call it. Eye positions that look to the side. Monica, even when her body moves, she's still looking directly at you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
plus-
does look down sometimes. Like, I think.
Yeah. She looks like
Does
down
she?
to the side.
But like,
Does she?
Yeah.
she's still. It's also the club members. You can see the way they stand in their
facing you,
neutral
though.
poses. Their neutral poses are more to the side. Monica's neutral pose is directly forward.
Yeah,
And then
there's
her,
that.
Yeah, and then her side pose is like at this like 45-degree angle. It's like kind of, I guess, like a little bit more exaggerated than the other girls' poses.
Yeah. Trying to get your
Ironically, her sideways pose, aside from her hands being behind her back, is very similar to Sayori's. Like, there is clearly the game does a lot of association between Sayori and Monica and Natsuki and Yuri.
I didn't know.
I can point that out as we go along, but like, just that I think that's a bit of a coincidence there. But there's a lot in like the design language and the roles in the story that just does all of that, you know.
We can also see that like Monica's her like jacket's buttoned up and Sayori's is open right here. So it's like a little detail.
That's more of a Sayori difference because all of them have their back jackets buttoned up except for her.
Here's another thing to note about the relationship between Sayori and Monica and Yuri Natsuki. Yuri Natsuki, if you look at the color variation of their eyes and hair, Natsuki and Yuri's are the same, whereas Monica and Sayori are different.
Yeah, plus this is part of the design language actually. Like, Yuri and Natsuki have anime art style hair and eye colors, while Sayori and Monica's hair and eye colors are reasonably possible in the real world, right?
Yeah, Sayori's like more
reasonably
red.
natural.
I feel like
but then-
Sayori's kind of like redhead and like brown hair, and then Monica's more brown, kind of like I see her, just like kind of
brunette.
Yeah.
brunette. Yeah.
I think Monica's probably
also-
the only one that's realistic. I think I'm not sure if Sayori's at least becomes a natural because hers is more like a peach color, isn't it?
It could be strawberry blonde too,
There's that.
but they are definitely more realistic than bright neon pink and purple.
I agree. Yeah, there's that.
And there's also Sayori and Monica have their bows, and Natsuki and Yuri have like small hair ornaments instead.
They have clips.
It's another.
Right? Yeah.
But then there's also one's taller in both duos. One's taller, one's shorter, and then one has long hair, one has short hair. There's a lot of care put into setting these two as important complementing duos.
And
that comes across in a lot of merch and in side stories and just everywhere.
Yeah.
I just want to comment on. You can see in this pose, Monica, you can actually see how long Monica's hair is, and like because her hair is like really inconsistent, and like other. I feel like on this main screen, her hair looks shorter than it does here. And then and plus her hair looks a lot longer. So like here, I would say it's kind of like maybe like goes down to like her thigh length.
Yeah, her hair ponytail. Her hair is ridiculous.
But like, yeah, it's a ponytail too. So if she like took the ponytail off, it would probably go to like her knees or something. So
grip on her hair.
All right. So
Monica smiled sweetly. We don't know each other well. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class
last year. So that means that they were at the school last year together. So that means they're at least second years. You know.
And considering that, I think second years is what they're going for, even though they're all 18 because of simulation, artificial AI reasons. It's like the one at the end where I think that excuse holds up because of the parody angle and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Adds to the bit rather than just being squicky.
Yeah. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic.
So there's like our Monica characteristics given, like this is like MC's description here. Sort of setting her as like this non-romanceable character in this game.
Literally out of touch.
Out of class, or like sorry, out of
touch, out of time.
Out of
her head when you're not around.
You're out of touch.
Todd.
I'm out of touch. It's not Thursday, wait.
Basically, completely out of my league. So he's kind of putting.
There it is.
Yeah.
So he's already like it shows that MC's not completely like confident, I guess, in his like self-esteem. I don't know, something like that.
So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little.
Yeah, I really relate to how MC feels here, because like if I ever had a crush on somebody, I would feel very like nervous, but also like excited and like kind of like scared in a way. But it was just like, you know, like butterflies. You get butterflies sometimes if you're nervous. So it was kind of like that. I could never.
Yeah, I feel like.
Does he have a crush on Monica?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, he can't even talk to Monica.
You too, Monica.
Just turning the jelly. Come on, sit down, Salvado. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica.
He's gonna sit next to Monica. It's a choice,
Wait,
right? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's totally gonna be a choice.
Totally a choice.
We're gonna get to choose.
Yay, let's do the Monica route. Let's do it.
I think we should go from the Monica route.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll get
never
the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, so I'll get them. Sorry, I just got a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
I want to comment on like Yuri's eyes look a lot more like composed compared to Natsuki seems a little more kind of like energized and like kind of almost angry.
The pupil, Natsuki's pupil is like bright pink instead of like just a very muted color. It's like she has fire in her eyes, literally.
Yeah, I see that. And Yuri's is really dark, right? Like her pupil or her iris. Is it her iris or her pupil?
Yeah, Sayori's and Monica, Sayori's are too. Like they're like a muted blue instead of the
Yeah.
the light blue on the outside of Sayori's eyes.
I never noticed that. I also noticed Natsuki also has those little ribbons on.
Yeah, the ribbons holding her
Ponytails.
her little pigtails. I think.
Are they pigtails? I think.
I have no idea.
I feel like they are.
Natsuki's hair is peak anime.
Just like manga.
Sure.
Alright. So
The girls have a few desks arranged on a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Alright, choice here, guys. Let's go for Monica. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet.
Yuri and Natsuki's things are in the closet. That's an interesting development.
You know, the closet. The closet.
I can't believe the tea is gay.
And the manga.
Oh.
So true.
That's why they had to keep it in the closet.
So that's why Dan said they made out in the bookstore. I understand now.
Also, I noticed like there's this little.
I'm not gonna
locker
stop
here.
the shipping jokes. I'm sorry.
You could go. We can ship all we want. You know?
Oh hell yeah!
Free reigns over here.
What? Like I was gonna just point out, like we don't even like. So this is supposed to show the room, but like visual novels, they don't show every little detail. They kind of just show you like a general, you know.
Just show you a single shot.
Yeah.
Whoa, there's a locker in the back.
Yeah. Who's in that?
Still
locker?
feeling awkward.
Oh, I never noticed that before.
I know,
for
me neither.
reals.
I'm like, why is there? I don't see this locker back here.
It's where they hide the dead bodies.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of wish we would have utilized
Multiple?
Multiple.
that story. That's where Monica puts like Sayori, Yuri, and Natsuki.
Oh no.
Stuffs them in
You know,
there.
that could be described as a closet.
Could be the recycle bin.
Sure.
What do they keep in there? And also, they have little like cubbies.
Oh, I just noticed
I
this
don't
You have the little
poster.
cubbies!
This poster
Little
shows the front of the
cubbies.
school right here. I never noticed that. Like, you can see the front of the school right there, and then
Yeah.
like a sky.
yeah.
I noticed that when I was playing DDLC Plus because I thought it looked kind of like the MES logo. But then it's
Oh,
not.
Oh,
it,
it
it
does.
does. It does. That's so.
I was like, is that added for this version? But it's not. It's just like a building, and it's probably the front of the school.
Brain.
Alright.
Brain rot, except it's DDLC brain rot affecting
and I
other
just-
DDLC.
I just noticed there's a chair in the closet. I don't know how I didn't notice that either.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
Yeah,
how else is that
there
gonna read
is.
the manga? You can see the manga box! Wait! That's
Can you?
Yeah, the
so
manga
easy to
box.
pick up! Wait!
Let's
how
just
did
look at the
Natsuki-
closet, guys.
Oh yeah. It's right here, isn't it? The middle?
There really is
No,
a
it's at the
chair,
top.
and it's like
Because Monica moved it
it's
to
a
the top.
desk chair.
She
The
moved
closet
it.
looks bigger on the inside!
It
Whoa,
does,
they have a
doesn't
TARDIS in there.
It is a TARDIS!
Alright.
What else do they keep in the closet?
They probably
Natsuki
keep-
proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! My Sayori is wonderful, listen.
Yes,
Okay,
I
I'm just
love
gonna
that pose.
point out. I'm gonna say I find it so funny how when Natsuki takes the tray right and has the foil over the cupcakes, Sayori goes whoa, and then the foil comes off. And then the foil comes off. Natsuki then lifts the foil off the tray.
The foil
to
was
reveal-
interesting to Sayori.
The foil was
She
pouring.
sees the crinkle. She's like, ooh, pretty colors.
It
Whoa,
was the
foil.
anticipation, the promise of
Yeah.
cupcakes.
Like, and Sayori, if you could see, she's sweating. Like, has a little tiny like sweat right here.
Like, okay. A dozen.
Yeah,
She's hungry.
the whiskers.
Wait,
are
maybe it's
crossing.
because Natsuki said "ta-da" before she took the foil off,
Oh.
and sorry, it was like just reacting to that. Like, oh, I'm
She's so
supposed to be
theatrical.
surprised.
She's so theatrical.
She's like Andrew.
Wow.
The
Natsuki, the theater kid?
Oh my god.
Confirm?
Anyways, The whiskers are
so
drawn with
funny.
icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
Oh, cute!
So
Cute, even.
yeah. Oh, I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
This is one of the big things that people don't notice when they think, oh, side stories is just canon to main game, because like it's explicitly mentioned that she bakes for the club in side stories. Well,
You know, but wait, do we have any?
I'm trying to make my Natsuki a bit different from my Sayori.
Do we have any idea like why she made them look like cats? Do we just like is this she just likes cats?
That's
or
cute.
just
I
that
think she
she's
just
good
thought
at-
it would be cute, you know?
Oh,
Yeah, but she
It's her
does. She wants
aesthetic, like
Hmm.
she definitely likes being cute, even though she doesn't like being called cute because of the connotation, you know?
Also, I want to point
She's
out.
so upset with how people underestimate her because she's cute, you know?
Yeah, like she just comes off like everyone just assumes that like she's just cutesy, but on the inside she's very like standoffish and kind of like assertive and like
A lot of it is also
opinionated.
bravado, though, because she has
Yeah.
to look that way. She has to act that way to offset her cute factor in her eyes, or people won't take her any bit seriously.
Also, her color scheme matches the game's color scheme. I want to point out.
Yeah,
Pink,
that's why
pink,
that a lot of people, when they change the text box to match the girls, they just keep the base for Natsuki.
Yep.
Just hurry and take one.
Siri
grabs one first, then Monica. You want to do MC?
Yeah, I'll go now. Siri grabs one first,
Alright.
then Monica. I follow. So the order. I don't know if that order makes any difference, but okay.
I think it's just personalities.
So I think it shows Sayori's the hungriest because she grabbed it first. You know, she's like.
I also think it shows her her initiation
yeah.
to enjoy new things. She's very like
And she also she loves sweets because like she talks in her mouth full. She's that excited to eat the cupcake.
yeah
That's why I did that little.
yeah, and like I think Yuri would take one last, considering she's more like shy. She kind of wants to
She's reserved, yeah.
be reserved.
Also, I
yeah.
think Yuri's still coming in is still out making the tea at this point.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's that as well.
Yeah,
Like,
like that's why
she's
she's
right after.
she's not on screen, so it's probably she's back there somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
she already has
I think
icing
she-
on her face.
That'd be funny.
She's
That would
going
be
to
funny.
town on the cupcake.
Oh, sorry. I turned the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Say Natsuki is quiet. It's like everyone's just now. It's just Natsuki. I can't help
Natsuki.
but notice
Natsuki?
her sneaking
Natsuki.
glances in my direction.
It's
She
not
was
like I
waiting.
want you to eat to like it, Baka.
I think that MC is like he doesn't want to get his face messy, like Sayori, because I don't know, cupcakes are kind of hard to eat, you know, without getting your face messy. But
Yeah.
he's also watching
There he
Natsuki.
is. Oh, Sayori's careless.
Because yeah, I think MC just wants to make himself look better, so he doesn't want to like get dirty, you know. I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
Haven't I heard this somewhere?
made them for you or anything.
I think here, this is like his sort of like, it's supposed to be kind of, oh, this is like a tsundere, like, you know. He's
Yeah,
in
it's
his
because he's a
mind.
neat. MC somehow has a little bit of genre awareness and notices that Natsuki's a
Yeah.
tsundere archetype for this game. Just in MC's eyes as a person, you know.
To be fair, like, I don't think the tsundere is completely like restricted to anime because someone has told
Yeah.
me, like a real life friend of theirs had pretty much the same kind of like tsundere
And there's like
persona.
characters who act like that in
Yeah.
even live action media, you know, like a
Mhm.
sitcom. Yeah,
I
it's like
told you, or sorry, I thought you technically did. Sayori said,
well, maybe, but not for you, Baka, dummy.
Alright.
God, it's still stereotypically soon.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess? Oh, do you want to do Monica? Or Mono? Or...
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
So here comes Monica's first inner. She's sort of like, what she's doing is kind of like, butting in a little bit, you know, like kind of teasing, I think, MC, but also the other girls.
Oh, I think
she's being a little. She's being assertive, but she's also like just being friendly. Because Monica, a lot of Monica's depth is that she doesn't want. The depths of her comments are not her goal. You know. What makes her so interesting?
Yeah, and I don't think
she's not a monster.
I don't think she wants to make Yuri look bad here. I think she's just trying to like break the ice a little bit. Between
she's like, she's trying to make MC feel a little welcome and not out of his element, you know?
Yeah.
She's teasing MC here actually, and then just saying Yuri's trying to impress you to try and shift it from MC being embarrassed and like everyone's so cool to like. Look at Yuri, she's being a bit over the top. Monica's bad with people. She didn't realize
True.
Yeah, think about Monica.
That's not...
Oh, is it okay if I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
I was gonna say, with the line before, the thing is about Monica is that she's not doing what she was kind of designed to do at the start, which is to kind of be that character to help the player and the MC introduce themselves to like the characters, you know?
She's the guide character for sure.
Yeah, she's fulfilling her original purpose. Obviously that all goes to shit. You know?
But she's also like, you know, she's the president as well, and I think the president's job is sort of to like be like welcoming and also kind of a little bit, you know, trying to get the members all comfortable. And,
yeah.
And then Yuri, if you guys noticed, she like hopped a little bit. She's like, eh. And then she has that expression now. She's like really anxious and like, she's also sweating too.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Oh, okay. Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Oh, imagine he's just like, yeah, Sayori just dragged me here and I don't want to be here. I'm just gonna leave now.
Yeah.
Join the anime club. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet. And Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events.
So yeah, just we do get to see like that MC is kind of aware who Monica is before this, and like he did know about the debate club at least as well, to point that out.
Yeah. Well, like I said before, MC knew Monica sorta because they were classmates last year, so kind of knew each other a little bit beforehand. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I am fulfilling that dream.
What is? Yeah, like I think that we still. It doesn't say exactly why she. Like I guess she just preferred like to start her own thing, and it's sort of shows just like. I think that like why do we think Monica's was in the debate club? You know, like is it like she? I wonder what kind of appeal was that had for her.
Maybe I think because she's in a very open mind. Her personality is she's very like. It's hard to explain, but I think it's because. Well, first of all, I think that she's very open. She's a creative person.
Yeah,
and
for
when
sure.
you're open,
And then she also seems to be.
You desire to hear the opinions of others. The thing about Monica, now a lot of people, there's been a lot of mods that kind of portrayed her as having like very perfectionist-like parents. I'm not really trying to put it, but basically her parents or like her family kind of expecting a lot from her, so she is held to like a certain standard. So that there's that, but I don't think that's I don't think any of that's clarified in the main game, but
yeah.
In terms of her character being in the debate club, I think it's just because of her personality, how she's very open, and I think that her being in the debate club made her a lot more, at least a lot more composed, and a lot more, I guess what would be a good word, official and mature in the way that she speaks.
I think she's also like.
Also,
oh, go ahead.
A lot of how she also influences how she's like super composed in like a negative way. Like she doesn't trust people and she doesn't let her guard down because of how debate club was. Both
there's
like
that
literally the act of debating and the politics of the club, you know?
Yeah, because it's kind of shady, I guess. Like the way she's implying that like things weren't like honest enough for her, so that she didn't feel like she was interested. But like in a literature club, it's all about being open and like getting to know like your true self, I guess. And then like she has the idea for poem sharing, you know, and that's kind of also similar. She wants to like see how other people write, and how they think, and you know, so that's a good like, and also the perfectionist thing does make sense. I think in the side stories, she says that like she's been a perfectionist like for a while.
I actually haven't played the side stories.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's we can bring them in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind spoilers. We can talk about all you guys want. You can talk about as much as you want. I'm just saying, like, I couldn't reference the side stories personally because I haven't played.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wait, I have other things. Debate club is like also a competitive club. It's like competitive in an intellectual way. It's something you can win. Like you can win debate competitions, which is good. Like if you feel like you have standards put on yourself, but I also do think she brings it up later, like how debate club taught her how to like express opinions in a more objective way, so like to not seem like it's an attack. So I do think like she would be interested in just like the act of debating, I guess. There was something else I wanted to say. and I may have forgotten it. It was something else about debate club.
think-
Oh, it was actually not about that. It was about like Monica being a perfectionist and how that's not necessarily addressed in the base game, but it's kind of like her whole thing. Like the game keeps going because she's like trying to pretend like things are still okay, kind of. But also, it's kind of addressed in some of her older tweets. There's one where she's like, I kind of shut myself away from the world when I'm not at my best because I don't want other people seeing me. And I don't know, I think that's like an older tweet, like 2018 maybe?
Mhm. Yeah, I think
Anyway, yeah, I think it's like been a
those are some good
thing
points, yeah.
for Monica's character for longer than just the
Yeah.
side stories.
It's always been a thing in her character, for sure. How closed off she is and how she's faking it most of the time.
Mhm. I feel like the weakness of being, I think if you're a perfectionist, like you feel like you have to sometimes ignore important things that might get in the way of what your goal is, and that's kind of what Monica goes through in the game. And then also like kind of might be even if you have to deny what's going on, that if you need, like, it's sort of that like you hone in on something being perfect, like the cost is other things are gonna go wrong, you know. So
Yeah. The bad thing about being a perfectionist is, you know, or at least the potential problem with it, is, you know, if you're doing certain things, say if you're like writing a story, if you have like a perfectionist type mentality, sometimes there's never a point where you can reach that would make you feel like everything's perfect sometimes. So it's like you're going down a rabbit hole, constantly trying to like fix things and make things better, you know? But I think for those people who are like a perfectionist type attitude, it's good to kind of set like a goal, or like set a what do you want to call it, like an end point to where like this is good enough, you know. You don't want, because the perfectionist type mentality can definitely get like out of control. You can go to a point where you just keep trying to fix it, like make it better.
Yeah.
Like
and
no
also
way you can stop it. You know?
yeah, being
You'll never put that aside.
she seems to want control, or at least she feels like it makes her comfortable, and that's why it could also explain why she wants to be the leader of the club. Is like, if you're the leader, you have control over like what the club is gonna do in like the meetings and stuff. So
She wants to make something that allows people to explore who they are.
I want to point out something real quick. I talked to Jolene a lot. Jolene points this out to me, like how the sprites do look like they're holding hands, and he thinks that's intentional.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to show that, you know, that Suri and Monica they're not alienated from each other. They're actually friendly toward each other, and, you know, they're not. And then
Most likely a coincidence, but true. It's true. They're holding hands.
And,
trust me.
you know, it could, because Dan, we don't know what the mind of Dan. He's very secretive, I think.
Dan, you know, I was wearing a Sayori shirt when we all, you know, the 3rd anniversary stream comment. Salvato.
And then it looks pretty sweet because Sayori's the one with the open hand, so she's the one grabbing Monica's hand, but Monica's hand
Exactly.
her hands are closed, you know, because it's like she's wanting to be closed off in a way from like the other characters in a way. So
You can dupe me anytime. I'm my beloved club president. Sayori. Side stories. Reflection part 1. That's all I'm gonna say.
Also, I want to point out Sayori's collar. It's like you can see from here, like how it's kind of messy. You compare
It's so
compared to Monica's.
uneven.
Monica's is like completely tied up
Literally.
properly, and
Monica's collar's literally perfect.
it's like perfect and
Pristine.
Seriously.
pristine,
Or-
yeah. And like it's so symmetrical.
Monica really is a great leader. And also Sayori's always gassing up Monica. She's like, Monica's the best. I love Monica.
Mhm.
I love Monica.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way.
And then her finger, she raises her finger, her hand.
Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone?
Yeah!
Ollie? Oh, she's muted.
We'll do our best.
Oh, okay.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically. Oh, go ahead.
I'll say one quick thing. I do like the little thing that Monica does with her pose by putting her left hand on her hip. It's like a good sign of her personality. It's like she's a lot more dominant,
And
assertive,
she's
and confident.
It's like she's so composed.
Ski with her hands on her hips is the same thing.
Yeah, and
Yuri
does-
very rarely brings her hands from behind her back. It communicates how reserved she is.
And
Yeah,
then I think someone pointed out like the colors. Oh, sorry. You can go, Olive. No,
Oh, I didn't say anything. I
Oh,
just
okay.
said yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like this is like I just like how the sprites are also like very indicative of how the characters are feeling. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. I think also someone pointed out that the color they're not all the same. Like all the little like outfits are actually not, even though they're the same outfit, they all have their little like differences. And like so you can see hers is not completely straight like Monica, but it's not as loose as Sayori's. And then Natsuki's is also a little different here in that it's like there's a little break here in the collar, and then I think it's, I don't know, someone said it was like more open, or sorry, like more closed. Alright.
Yeah.
Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I could keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Salvato, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how Live read these past few years, I don't have a good way of answering that.
Hey,
Oh,
Ollie,
Mom.
your mic is kind of
yeah.
fuzzy. Kind of fuzzing out.
What?
Your mic was kind of
I think
fuzzing
it's
out.
it might be some background noise because it was,
Yeah,
it was
background.
fine
Oh
for
no.
Rip.
Manga? So... Yeah, I think... I could hear also that the little noise, but I think it's okay. It's not too loud on my end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Because he's actually into manga. It's a half joke because he does read manga. Like,
Yeah, he just does. He wants to impress the pretty girl, and he's like,
Oh, of course.
manga, I guess.
and he's... and then Natsuki's head for... She's like,
Like there's a sound effect.
It looks like she wants to say something. But I think that she's also... Natsuki's also embarrassed by... you know... Oh, I can hear... Is that some kind of like...
Yeah.
Background noise?
Like some interference. It was fun. It was. I don't know what's causing it.
Yeah, it's not... Is it Mayan? I don't know. Okay, now it's gone. But, so it looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not... Oh.
Okay. You could. It usually gets drowned out when you speak. So if you mute and then unmute just when you're talking, it should work.
It might be my computer fan.
Oh yeah, that
Would
might be
be,
doing
yeah.
it.
My computer is kind of overheating.
Peter's like,
Um,
oh, not the Discord stream.
Yeah.
Monica's trying to get through, and DDLC escape plan.exe. So true.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying?
He's trying so hard to impress her.
I know, he's like, he doesn't want to make himself look bad, basically. I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Oh, Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. I think that it's like Dan
MC's starting to space
Salvato.
out.
Huh?
I think MC's starting to space out here.
Oh yeah.
He's just like, yes, pretty girl. Yes,
Yeah.
tell me more.
Yeah, I mean, I can. To be fair, I feel like I kind of understand. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes for me to focus. If someone like is distracting to me, I can't kind of focus on what they're saying to me sometimes. It's like, oh, I'm just like, oh.
Face out, like, yeah, you're right.
And then I want to say that it's probably like the fantasy world. I think that's kind of what Dan Salvato is interested in, like these stories that are of like, you know,
Yeah.
complexity and.
I mean, she's about to say the line that's
Yeah.
basically a big nod at what DDLC's about to do.
Yeah, she seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Interesting.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of her own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop?
It's a very famous line.
Yeah, and
Game theory. Yuri's the bad guy because she makes lines that foreshadow the game to come.
yes, she's obviously
No.
I have some bad news for the other characters.
someone. There was a DDLC podcast. They were like, this girl was like, I was so sure Yuri was a vampire, or like that she was.
There's
I will
been
say
quite a
Vampire Yuri.
I've seen quite a few Vampire
Oh,
Yuri
boy.
like fanfics and stuff. That's a funny
And
one.
then they also,
I like that.
I think
It fits her really well.
And Markiplier, I think he was like, she has purple hair. She must be evil. She's like the bad guy in the game.
Markiplier, no, you supplied Matt Pat for years. Anyways,
All right.
check out my DDLC Plus game theory takedown. Got more, you know.
Uh-oh. Foreshadowing again?
Anyway, I've
Perhaps.
been reading a lot of horror lately.
Good thing this is not a horror game, right?
Okay, here's something.
Good thing.
Horror. Okay, here's something interesting. Actually, I didn't catch this before. He says reading a lot of horror lately. So
Oh.
it almost implies like horror wasn't her first genre of choice. It seems like she wasn't into horror until recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, people
horror-
often associate Yuri with horror, but like it just she likes horror, right? That's it. Horror
Yeah.
novel.
There's
But-
And her main
Yeah.
thing is like fantasy, and the horror is just a subset of that for her.
Mhm.
Like that's why she's just a big fantasy nerd in side stories, because none of the, because it's implied here that her being interested in horror is because of the VM cross-contamination DDLC Plus, not
yeah.
at the time it was probably just a tie-in to the teasing for PL, because that might have been at the time what Dan was going to make next. He had no way of knowing how long it was going to take, you know? But
Mhm.
And then
it's just it's a really interesting detail for her.
like
Yeah.
I believe is Portrait of Markov inside stories? I don't think it is.
Not at all.
Yeah, so that book also is highly associated with Yuri, in that she's constantly like holding it or reading it or, you know, giving it to MC, and I think Her main interest is probably not this horror genre or like her original like taste. One of the mods I played.
That Portrait Macabre is just describing VM2.
Sure, yeah, it could, and that's why Monica doesn't want to talk about it. Sort of like a secret.
Well, I don't even think Monica. Well, there's that one topic where Monica's.
I think she knows about it.
But that's also removed in DDLC Plus is the thing.
Oh,
I think anything removed in DDLC Plus isn't necessarily canon to the DDLC Plus lore. But that is. So maybe Monica was originally intended to have a bigger role in PL, but not anymore. You know, that's a really interesting detail. I think.
I don't think she ever was, at least not as Monica.
Oh, just to clarify, PL is Project Libitina for anyone watching.
There's that one topic in Acts 2 that was removed in DLC Plus where she's like, "Oh, you remember Yuri's book? Actually, I shouldn't talk about it." You know?
So you mean that Yuri didn't bring wine to the club in DDLC Plus lore?
So tragic.
Tragic.
Listen, that's
so
what's
sad.
happening in side stories too. That's why.
True.
Stories too. Trust.
I was thinking about Project Libitina today. I woke up and I was like, I think it's time to write a song about Project Libitina.
Did you
So
write
true. That'd be
I
epic.
did.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I had already started it a long time ago, and I wrote more of it.
That's epic.
I feel like Yuri. There's a lot to Yuri we don't know. I feel like she's, in my opinion, you can get kind of hints of what the characters are more like from the poem minigame. You know, when you pick the words.
And their poems themselves, of course.
Yeah, and there's like this one mod I played where you spend a lot of time with Yuri, and she's actually super interested in philosophy, and she's like explaining to MC all these like ideas of philosophical ideas, and I'm like, it was so believable, I think, for me, and I think just because like she's supposed to be like the super smart, like well-read person, and so like she has like a huge general knowledge, I think, like span of general knowledge. I feel like. I read a horror book once, just one time. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah. Okay. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For some reason, for someone as gentle as you.
She's gentle.
Very.
I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Foreshadowing again.
Another piece of DDLC foreshadowing.
Oh.
I hate horror.
Why? Why though?
Why?
Oh, why's that?
Well, I just...
Uh-oh. Natsuki's eyes dart over for me for a split second.
Never mind.
She's sweating too, like a little tiny sweat.
Anime sweat drop,
Yeah.
anime sweat drop.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
She's also blushing.
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last clip.
Oh, Monica. She's scrapping.
Monica Docs
Yeah.
is not
Monica.
It's like she's playing
Monica
a story
starts
with this.
listing an IP address.
She's
123 57
She's a scavenger.
64 103.
Monica, she's so
Oh, no.
she's so like, what is that word? Like, you're someone who like goes around and like, she's slimy, like goes around and like looks at other people's stuff, you know? She's like finds Natsuki's like, oh, I'm gonna keep this scrap paper. I was like,
Yeah.
I
I think she's just teasing her. Yeah. It looked like you were.
It's also implied to be it's just Monica following the script, and that's how they introduce in story, like why they're writing poems. So like, he kind of has to, you know.
Yeah. I see. It looked like you were working on a poem called.
what was it? Eagles Can Fly? No, just playing.
Don't say it out loud.
It must have been like manga related or some kind of like private, maybe like.
Cause you.
It was her IP address.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I think Monica here is playing the same purpose he did with Yuri earlier, where he's trying to make Natsuki kind of the focal point by like assisting, almost like a wingman, or like in this case a wing woman, you know, or like Natsuki and MC.
He's the guide character, yeah.
Yep.
Natsuki.
And give that back.
Fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. I ship it.
I love this part. I
Oh.
love this scene.
I ship it.
Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
Face.
Oh.
I'm not cute.
And
There
she
you
has,
go.
she has
There's
that
the line.
the-
Ladies and gentlemen, we got the line.
and the anime face. The one
Flip
The
it.
anime face that the cross.
the cross. I don't know what it's called.
The greater than lesser than.
The XD, but like the D, the opposite. It's the DX face. The D, yeah, DX.
DX face.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Oh, Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Oh, she seems like those ellipses right there kind of say something about, I guess,
Yeah.
how she perceives her own, maybe her own poems or something.
Her low self-esteem. I mean, the whole point of self-love is that she doesn't love herself.
Uh-huh.
She accepts what her friends say about her.
Mhm.
You know, she has a really, and a lot of her like confidence that she shows out to the world is completely bravado.
She's like
And it's just
insecure
that
about
shell breaking a little bit.
Yeah. Ah, not a very confident writer yet.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Yeah, I think this is a quote that I remember from Yuri a lot, because I always wonder about if it's true or not, because I feel like
I think it is, definitely.
I feel like
I feel like.
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead and
I-
say you first, because I
okay.
do have something to say.
Yeah, because I always wonder when I'm writing. Sometimes I feel like, am I writing to my audience or am I writing to, like, kind of like get my ideas, like understand them for myself? You know, it's kind of a weird balancing act.
Mhm.
I feel like.
Right.
Mhm.
So
I fully agree with Yuri here, because you don't have to lie to yourself. I mean, if you lied to, Monica Monica in DDLC is like, I'm gonna lie to myself to try and gaslight myself into thinking that my friends aren't real and I'm not sad. You know?
Yeah. But to add on to what you were saying,
mhm.
like in my opinion, I think the best type of writing.
Oh, are you there? I think you cut out.
Like, I think the writing to oneself is not just the truest form, but the best form of writing. Because from what I've seen from a lot of the best stories and like movies from media, like a lot of them take elements from the lead person, so like the lead writer's personal life, and incorporated that into the story. A good example is the first Incredibles movie. Everyone talks about, you know, how good it is and it's a great movie. Well, if you look behind the scenes, the lead person behind that incorporated a lot of the characters from his own life. He even made the main villain of that movie pretty close to him. Like, they even made his design off of him, and obviously it was a great movie.
Yeah.
I feel like being able to write a story that's based off of your own personal life in some ways, like either directly or indirectly, are they're
Yeah.
first of all, they're easier to do because you understand it. And secondly, I think
Right when
that,
you know. Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it creates it's easy and it's very powerful. You
Makes
can
it-
easily make it very powerful.
It
for
makes
people.
it, and you can make it more original. I feel like very easily if you do that. You know, instead of trying
Yeah.
to copy other ideas from like stories that are already out there.
Yeah,
Um,
you can make it more easily relatable
And
to
then-
people, and
yeah.
they would find that really engaging. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Dan Salvato did that with DDLC, incorporating, you know, his experiences with people he knew, like putting that into the characters.
And using the anime cliches and tying them to that, because using cliches are cliches for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And using the cliche to write a story is something that you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think so many GDLC mods and fanfic and have similar plot beats regarding the solution to especially Natsuki's abuse issue? You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Keep reading. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, do you guys actually? I think this is a good time to take a break. We're like an hour and a half in. I kind of like feel like I need to get up and stretch a little bit, so I'm gonna like pause the recording.
We're an hour and a half in, and we're on the first
Still on the
scene.
prologue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna stop the recording right here, and we'll come back in like 5
All right.
minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So yeah, if you reload the game, it'll give you a hint here. You can use the skip button to fast forward to the text you've already read.
Alright. Are you guys cool with going for another hour?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
So I think we're on. I guess I don't think we read this line yet, did we? Or I think we did. Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, we didn't. I don't think we did. No.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. ... Sayori.
Sayori person.
Aww. I wanted to read everyone's poem.
She's so sad. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay. Okay. I have an idea, everyone.
Oh, actually, I want to say something. So, like, it just... Sayori's, wanting to read everyone's poems is something she shares with Monica, because Monica is also curious about reading poems, and it ties into what ChemCat said earlier about...
Another thing, Monica and Sayori are the two in the club who want to go and make a big deal out of the festival and getting new members, while Natsuki and Yuri want the club to say the same.
So, like, yeah, it just shows how much common there is with these two sets, like Yuri, Natsuki, and then Monica, Sayori, those character sets, kind of like binding together in a way. So, Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically.
Question mark?
They look quizzically at Monica. Oh, actually, I wanted to say, like...
You just say the word of every... It's like, I have an idea, everyone. Squiggly line. ... question mark.
And then, I like how it says Nat and Yuri. It abbreviates Natsuki. It just says Nat and Yuri.
Nat.
So, let's all go home and... Or, I guess I'll do Monica. We can like swap.
Are you gonna swap again? Alright.
Actually, we should all swap. Olive, do you want to do Monica, and then I'll do Yuri. Do you want to swap with anyone, ChemCat?
I'm fine doing Sayori and
I have a better idea. What if we swap every time we do another part? So like, we all do characters one time, and then the next time we come by, we have to make sure we do like a different character.
Oh,
than we did last time. Or we do.
And if we find comfort in if we all find comfort in like a specific character, we'll just do that specific character. I'm definitely comfortable doing the Sayori for the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be honest, I kind of give Sayori like a bootleg Mickey voice for mine, so I don't think you can hear that.
All right. So let's all go. Oh wait, who was doing? I forgot who was doing. Oh yeah, Olive.
Yeah.
Do Monica. Or wait,
What?
I'll do Monica. We'll just stick to our roles. I'll do Monica, and then maybe like next time we can talk about doing some different roles.
All right. Yeah.
I think that's how we should do it.
Okay.
We don't get like confused. All right. Anyways, let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Ellipsis.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club.
This is showing how this is my idea. Is Monica's her highest, like what she wants the most is to sort of like get the club.
Part of the club, yeah.
Like the club is her highest value, I would say. Like at least in this part of the game. And
right.
She sort of it sort of like makes her seem to be like. It does fit with like this leaderly like personality she's taking on, and
yeah.
So it's like very, I don't know, if it fits very well.
Isn't that right, Salvado? That's kind of funny.
Monica smiles warmly. Oh yeah, Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic, with me joining the club, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any promise. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... oh, sorry.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought...
Oh, it's kind of hard to hear you, ChemistryCat.
Salvado.
Oh, okay. I like how they all sync.
I was going like a dejected, quiet, like.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, like they all sync a little bit. I think that was kind of a good detail.
They're literally deflated.
Yeah, they're deflating.
Oh.
You all, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these girls, right? Okay, I've decided. I also want to say that
he's
he says
perspective on everything so comical.
Oh, what'd you say?
I find MC's perspective on everything so comical. He's like, I'm gonna do poetry just so I can get to know these beautiful girls.
It's kind of like, it's a little, I don't know, kind of sus, honestly. But anyway, like he says, all these are beautiful girls. So he thinks that they're all pretty. So you know, he doesn't. He's not like singling out one girl, I guess. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes! I'm so happy!
That's kind of how I give my silly wish.
Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Hey! Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed.
I love that one.
That was pretty good. Then that makes it official. Oh yeah, you're right. Natsuki's eating the hair.
She's eating.
I noticed that.
Yes.
Good old sprite placement.
That's
Also,
amazing.
Yeah.
It's just Monica's BM, you know? She's just like, I don't care if my hair gets in her face, I'm just gonna like step in front here.
And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
She's asserting her dominance over Natsuki. No, I'm just kidding.
After just T-poses.
She's like, yeah. Welcome to the literature. Oh, sorry.
I already said that.
You did? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, thanks, I guess.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting, so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Salvado, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe.
Yeah, she did that little hop again, you know. It's like, I also find it funny that I don't know if y'all seen the GT Live playthrough where they always make fun of Monica's like pose. It's like so
I
ridiculous.
don't think I've seen that one.
Because she does it every time that.
I see.
And then also like you can't see her socks from here, so it's like, it's almost like you have to be paying attention at the beginning to see Monica's different and that she wears different clothes. Yeah. Can I really impress a class star? Monica with my mediocre writing skills.
We're going down the Monica route, people.
Yes.
We're doing it.
Wait,
Yes.
I read.
Oh,
So excited for the Monica route.
Oh, I'm feeling anxious because Monica's so I can't be next to Monica, you know. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, oh. ChemistryCat.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna do it.
hey, Salvato. Since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sari and I never walk home together anymore, cause she stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay! Yay! Yay!
We made it. The two of us, the pilgrim, make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls: Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? So he does. I think he does have a crush on Monica. It's based on like, he's like, how am I gonna impress the class star?
You know, yeah. It's like these girls are only an obstacle to get to the real one.
Sort of.
Wow.
But then he's.
Wow.
It's like
Think about it.
Yeah, I think he's a bit like, you know, he's all talk and no bite. You know, he kind of like, in his mind, he's like ramping this idea. He's like, oh, I want to spend time with Monica. But then like in person, he's just like, he's like a little scared dog. You know, he's like, he actually's like, no, never mind. I actually changed my mind. Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. Oh, whoops. And I'm sure good fortune will find me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that's doing it. And I guess that starts with writing poems.
Dan, we got a problem on aisle 13.
Y'all can still see it, right? The screen.
Yeah, we can see it fine. It was just bugging out, you know.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to read this?
It's time to write a poem!
Yeah.
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most.
Oh,
That feels like a mix between a stereotypical cool guy and a Chugga Conroy impersonation.
Oh, I did my best.
Oh, we're missing Monica's little.
Guess what poem word we use?
We're gonna have to write for Monica, so.
Yeah.
So
What
we
words would Monica like?
stay here, right? We just normally do it.
Inferno. She
So
likes
which
fire.
route are we gonna do first? I think we should do one route, then next
Okay.
route, then next route.
We should do.
I think Sayori, maybe?
I think.
Yeah.
I think if you're doing all routes, the order in the Sayori Natsuki Yuri order is usually really good, or either Sayori first or last, because it is definitely the most important route of Act 1.
Whoa.
Sayori is also the easiest to get on.
Yeah.
My words are gone.
What's happening?
Did you know?
Well, I guess we can't write a poem.
If you right click it, the
That's
words
it.
disappear. I didn't know.
Oh no, it's just the same as because it's
so
coded the
weird.
same way. Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah.
Because it's coded the same way as the as the normal scenes. It's literally just 10 choices.
So funny. Wait, can I click if it's invisible? Oh no, I can't. All right, so we're gonna say then. I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pain. Adventure. Fun. No, fun is fun at Suki or Sayori? I think it's Sayori.
I think that's Sayori.
Yeah.
Together, that's Sayori.
Promise.
Anxiety's Yuri.
Embrace.
Embrace.
I think.
Embrace. There you go.
Oh, that's Yuri. Eternity. Laugh
Yeah,
is
love.
Sayori.
Love is
Love.
Hurt is also Sayori.
We've left one.
imagination.
Romance.
Depression.
Depression. Isn't that Yuri?
Yeah, I think that is a Yuri word.
No, suicide is Yuri.
No, it has. No.
I think depression is Sayori.
Depression.
Yeah, depression is an emotion.
Depression.
That might be it.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Don't
Holiday.
jump for that
Holiday,
one.
maybe?
Oh no.
I would say this is a Monica.
That's is Yuri, definitely.
If Monica was a character,
Yeah.
this would be a Monica.
Holiday.
In my opinion.
And determination too. I think that'd be Monica.
Yeah.
Holiday.
Holiday, that's Sayori.
Holiday, that's Sayori.
Portrait, that's Yuri. Nibble? That's isn't that
Lazy.
That's
Lazy.
Natsuki. Nibble's Natsuki.
Dude, lazy.
Yeah.
Unending, I
Lazy,
think.
yeah.
Or lazy, yeah.
Special. Vertigo, that's Yuri.
Clumsy.
Games, that's Natsuki, right?
Yeah, it's Katsuki. I do
Yeah.
clumsy. Maybe.
Pow, that's Natsuki.
Clumsy.
Clumsy, definitely clumsy.
Entropy is Yuri. Fickle?
Comfort.
Pure.
Who's Fickle?
Actually, Pure might be Natsuki. I forget which.
No, don't do
Comfort, I think
fickle.
it's
Don't do
Sayori.
Fickle. Bliss?
Don't do
that's
fickle.
Sayori.
Sayori.
Pure is also. Oh, Pure is Natsuki. Right?
I think so.
Pure is Sayori.
Oh,
Maybe
it's
that's
Natsuki.
I
No, it is
told-
Natsuki.
yeah.
Ah!
Yeah,
Oh,
Nightgown is Natsuki.
we didn't get a perfect
Poof is
score.
Doki Doki, Poof Poof.
Doki Doki
Nightgown are all
is
Natsuki.
Natsuki.
Daydream.
Daydream.
Or
Definitely
summer.
Daydream. Well,
Daydream.
it has to be Daydream because the Valentine.
True.
Oh, yeah. Anime? That's Natsuki.
True.
Happiness is
Happiness.
obvious. Happiness.
Oh, this
Sayori
anime
one.
is that's MC.
Yeah, if
that's
it's an
MC.
emotion, if it's an emotion, 9 out of 10 times it's Sayori.
Yeah, and then if it's like
Rose is also
also-
Sayori.
oh, what is it? For Rose?
Rose. Happiness and Rose.
I noticed Natsuki has like clothing, and she has
Journey.
kind of like a romantic
Back
words.
childhood.
And
Memories.
cute sounds, too.
Yeah, cute words.
Fireflies.
And animals. I think
And
animals are
baking
Natsuki.
terms.
Fireflies are Journey.
Yeah. Fireflies. Yeah.
Valentine.
You would not believe
You
it.
would not believe
Alex.
your
Valentine's,
eyes.
that has to
You
be
would
Sayori.
not believe your eyes.
If
You
only
would
I
not
was
believe
yours.
your
Split up
eyes.
the
What
world.
about, I think
Eyes.
family is probably
I love that. I love that video so much.
maybe
You
family.
would not
I think
believe
Val.
your
I want to
eyes.
try Valentine. Oh shoot. I
Nah.
fail. Sunny is Sayori. Prayer. Oh, yeah. I think Prayer is Sayori. So she's actually Christian. No.
Whoa.
Oh,
About
Nature.
Ben is
Maybe.
Natsuki. Joy.
Nature is Natsuki. Oh, Joy. Is
Joy.
I
Joy.
think nature is
Nature is Sayori. I'm pretty sure.
Sayori.
about
It
yeah.
Because it's
Lucky
not
it's-
your
Lucky Sayori, because lucky I'm in love with my best friend.
best friend. Lucky
Marriage.
to have
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have.
I wonder which route we're gonna get.
We got Monica's.
Yeah,
right? That's why
probably
Monica's.
Yuri.
Monica route.
True.
Woo!
Hi again.
Monica. Yeah, I'm definitely on the Monica route. Hi again, Salvato. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, no worry.
That's a nod to the end of Act 1, isn't it? Or like a foreshadow to Act 1. The end
Oh,
of
what
Act
is
1
it?
when
Not.
MC
Oh.
has to bolt to Sayori. Bolt to Sayori's house. Glad to see you
Didn't
didn't
run away
on
on us.
Yeah.
This might be a little strange, but I'll at least keep my word.
Unintended foreshadowing. Unintended foreshadowing. You can be the judge of that at home.
Well, I'm back at the literature club, and I also want to point out literature club is capitalized here, so that's it's like pointing
The
out
one
that
and only.
it's like the literature. It's like this is the club that he joined. It's like the one literature club.
Yeah.
I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out.
That is terrible. If
Yeah.
that's on purpose, that's horrible.
Hmm.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Salvato. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you.
Why would it be overwhelming? This is just a calming game, relaxing, blissful, visual.
Yeah.
novel.
We're just
I thought
here
it
to
was a
date girls.
club,
That's it.
not a game.
It's just it's like
Also true.
it's a really chill club. Like, there's nothing overwhelming about what is overwhelming about a literature club?
Yeah.
Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was eating and then I just.
It's all good.
Take your time.
Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Busted. And
Oh.
last year, too. I don't know if you'd planned to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Wait, so what did Natsuki... What did she join the club for if it wasn't just to come there and hang out?
I know, right? Like, is she
Wait a
like?
second.
Does Natsuki want something from
Natsuki hypocritical moment? I mean, Natsuki is generally a hypocrite. That's something that happens,
She's just
like,
im-
even in side
Yeah.
stories,
She's just
though.
immature, you know.
Projecting.
I have Natsuki plushie with me right now.
Natsuki plushie. I love the DDLC plushie. Oh! I have my Sayori plushie really the whole time.
I
Man.
actually bought them like a year ago. They were that you could get like I think they had like a sale. We could get all four of them for like $80, and I bought the whole thing. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
they have a bundle where you get all four for 80. So
What about
you
the-
can order
what-
that instead of ordering each individually. For
What about the jump scare plushie?
Jump Scare
I
plushie
don't-
is so
I
rare.
don't have
It's
one.
so rare,
I don't
yeah.
have that.
Alright, Monica.
Alright, anyways.
I'll do Monica now.
I have her.
What? Alright.
Like,
Do you
Her
want
Jump Scare
Monica?
plushie.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh. Go ahead.
I'm doing it. Okay. Wait. So is the plan? This is on. Is the plan you and I are gonna switch every once in a while?
I think.
Yeah, it seems
I
like
feel like next time we could if we want to, we could swap it around more, but
All right. I see. Okay. So when you're Monica, I'm MC, and vice versa.
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
yeah.
Anyways, Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and Monica.
manga is literature. There's a line. There's a line.
Yes.
There's a line, everybody.
Clip it. Yeah.
She
Swiftly
said it.
defeated, Natsuki plops back into the seat.
Oh, and I also point out, no one actually said manga isn't literature. No one actually said that. See, no one said it. It's not. It's a
Yeah,
meme. It's
I
a meme.
think-
but-
Until side stories,
Yeah.
at least.
Oh, okay.
Already said that line. There you go.
Don't worry, guys. Sabato always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work even without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
Oh, dependable.
Sarah. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, it's me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once by... Oh, you
Yeah.
almost set, like, boiling water on fire somehow. Story for another time.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Historians when they see a gay couple.
No. I might be a little jealous.
That's an understatement,
How
Yuri.
come? You and Salvato can become good friends too.
Hmm.
It's just weird using the name Salvato. It's so...
Yeah. It's like Dan
Yeah.
Salvato did.
Yeah, it's Salvato, yeah. Sayori.
Hmm?
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation you just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Sayori.
I think it's Sayori being cunning. It's
She,
very up to interpretation, but
Yeah.
like she's playing dumb with the because the insight she says and like how close attention she's feeling she pays to how the other girls think about MC
Yeah.
and like how that's making her feel weirdly.
She's almost like matchmaking,
Yeah.
you know? She's like,
Yeah.
she's like
Yeah,
with
that's-
teasing at the
that's-
same time.
Honestly,
That's an example
Yeah.
of what the wholesomely manipulative thing is. She does a really cunning manipulative plan to get MC into the club, but in her eyes she's doing it for a good reason to get MC out and socializing
Mhm. Yeah,
and to
because
spend more time with him.
she even
Actually-
says like, you and
Uh-huh.
Salvato can become good friends. And she wants them to be friends, you know?
Yeah,
like-
she's suddenly she's manipulating and pushing things forward in her eye and what she wants to happen.
to add a layer of depth, I think what's going on here is, I think that this is the first hint at Sayori's underlying depression, because how Monica was originally supposed to do was to be kind of do what Sayori's doing right now, but I think
Yeah.
Sayori's doing it because I know that I think when she's in it was shown out later in the story, when she's in a different state, she tends to shift, take MC and kind of shift him with like someone else. Even though she kind of wants MC, like she loves MC, she where she's feeling depressed or not worthy, like very
Yeah,
self.
it's like, yeah, her
very
depression.
low self-esteem.
It makes her feel
So I
like
think
she's like not worth MC or not. She's not enough for MC. I
Right.
guess, right?
Yeah, so I think this is our first hint at her depression, where she's feeling a conflict of emotion. It's like I want to. It's like I like MC. I love MC, but you know I'm not worthy of him.
It also could just be like they're very, you know, they're such good friends that like it's kind of weird, you know, to like go have like a romantic relationship with someone you've known for a long time because you're so friendly and like it's like you're changing. You don't want to change that friendship dynamic. It could be that,
There's that. Yeah.
and it's like it would be kind of awkward if she just was a more like outright, I guess. And,
Yeah. Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is? Oh, sorry.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not.
I love her blush right here. You can't even see her eyes. It's just like
Yeah.
the lines, you know, like.
They took away her eyes.
And you can see her clip right here on, which actually it shifts sides. I think in the CG you'll see like it's on the other side of her hair, right? The clip, her hair clip.
Yeah.
It's like I think that's an error.
Yuri's hair clip teleports all the time. It's really funny.
Yeah, or that, yeah. Or she
I
has
didn't
two.
notice that.
Or she has two hair clips.
No, they consistently only depict her with one.
Okay.
It's literally just teleporting anime logic.
Oh, what do I do?
Oh, you didn't again, sorry.
Yeah.
In character, I'm Theory, what of it?
Yep.
That worked.
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I
Like,
guess-
as soon as someone feels bad, she instantly steps back. That happens in side stories too, like when she
Oh yeah, she's like feeling.
Monica, like,
yeah.
you aren't taking this seriously, and Theory's like, no, I am, I'm sorry, did it hurt your feeling? Instantly, like,
Mhm.
Theory's really snarky, but doesn't
Yeah.
like hurting people.
Yeah, it makes you often question how not self-aware, because self-aware implies that she's self-aware, but how, I guess, aware that she is situation. Because it seems like at times she's super aware of what's going on, other times she's completely oblivious.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I
A
guess
really
that
interesting character for
I
that
think,
reason.
I think she's like
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
very emotionally intelligent, but like she can't predict the outcome of every kind of like interaction. So sometimes that's why she like
Mhm.
reels back. You know, she's like, oh well, maybe that wasn't the right thing.
That's
She,
idea.
she's a bit too forward. That's even
Yeah.
for some people, like, it's even a point of the Natsuki side story.
Yeah. Alright, I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Zaun, go and take MC for me. I'm really sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. MC's being very, he's like very polite and kind of, I guess,
Contrast of how he talks to Sayori, man.
yeah, contrast. It's like
So mean.
he wants to like, he feels bad, I guess, like he can kind of tell Yuri's being a bit like shy and a bit embarrassed in a way, and so he wants, but he's like kind of stepping up here. I like that. Yuri?
Oh. Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy.
Oh, I hope it's I hope it's not Portrait of Markov, because I hate them.
I hope it's
I hope it's
I hope it's Clifford Goes to the Zoo.
I hope it's
a really
Corin Here's a Who.
happy book that's not disturbing.
I agree.
It's a short read. Oh, yeah.
It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read.
So this is another. So I want to say this is kind of like a meta reference, sort of like indirectly, and that if Yuri's talking about DDLC here, DDLC is kind of a short visual novel, and like I think a lot of the audience for DDLC, they don't read. So like they don't read literature, I mean, and so like.
I mean, have you seen how many?
No, they just don't read.
They don't read. I mean, have you heard what I've?
It's like
I
MC.
have opinions regarding people not reading and especially slanderization and simplification of characters, especially.
I'm back.
Yes, yes. Monica deletes Sayori. Monica hates Sayo. They're totally not.
Oh, that's just a fact, you know. Like, there's no way Monica and
Ever.
Sayori.
They literally just hate each other.
Yeah, they're
You know?
enemies.
They
and
have fights in the club every day.
adversaries, and,
Literal
like,
anime fight.
With
Monica-
some sort.
And if you ship Monica and
Yeah.
Sayori,
Yeah,
like,
literally.
that'd be an abusive relationship. So you know.
Absolutely.
It would just be like
Absolutely. That's
she
just
would-
it. That's just it.
she would just tie a leash around Sayori's neck and guide her around because she
Yeah.
thinks she's like a dog or something.
True. No. She would delete her for fun.
Yeah.
It's enjoyment.
And we could. Oh, sorry, Yuri. You good, Yuri?
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I can.
Am I here?
Oh, we didn't hear
You're
you.
here,
I
you're
don't think you
here.
read the line.
Hi guys. What?
Ollie
it-
read the line.
I
so
thought
you
Ollie
might
did.
not
Oh,
heard
I
it,
didn't
but
hear.
yeah.
I don't know. It didn't. Okay, sorry. It didn't come through. I guess on the.
Discuss it if you wanted.
This is.
Oh, you go. You go.
Oh wait, okay. So I'm back. Okay, so I'm back.
Yeah.
Am I doing MC now, or
yeah,
you still want?
yeah,
me?
you can do it.
All right. Anyways, this is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Oh wow, yeah, he's definitely trying to impress Yuri.
So that's
And-
why it
yeah.
defaults to Yuri at the question when you ask Sayori who you walk with. We did it. We did it. Reddit. We solved the puzzle.
Oh my god. I enthusiastically take the book.
Ew. Oh.
Oh. Did I?
You don't think you heard that?
No.
Ollie said it though.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Can you
I
say it?
read it?
Can you read it
Read
again?
it
Sorry.
at your own.
I think it's my connection or something. So.
Okay. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities in the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case.
I wonder why.
Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation.
Cheery conversation.
Wow.
Yuri conversation. The besties are talking.
The besties.
Give them their space. Yuri's face already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this space.
Oh. And she goes to next to her. She's waiting.
Yeah, but it's not like we picked out all of our words for Sayori or anything. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around the closet.
Oh.
God. Man. Looks like no one wants to be bothered today.
Oh.
Let's slump down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed
Interesting.
to...
MC initiates the routes of Natsuki and Yuri. With Sayori, he doesn't.
Oh. Yeah.
Sayori initiates the Sayori route events.
Because MC, he falls asleep at the table. And just
He's
Sayori-
just like, no one wants to be bothered.
Yeah.
To be fair, they're still talking. Like Sayori's still talking to Monica, so like maybe he thought
Yeah.
he would be interrupting their cheery talk.
You could probably say that maybe the MC kind of changes the way he approaches situations based off the type of company he goes down.
Mhm.
You could probably argue that.
Also shows how Sayori's really forward too. That happens a lot
Mhm.
in side stories too.
Hmm. I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now.
To be fair, I would actually fall asleep after school too. Like, after I got home, I would usually
Oh yeah,
take
when
a
I
nap.
got home from school most
Yeah.
days in like high school
Yeah.
and college,
I would
man,
always like taking.
I just
like,
pass out. Oh my
Mhm.
god.
especially, yeah, I can see this happening. Like, although like I can't fall asleep at a desk. You know, it's harder for me to fall asleep at a desk than my bed. But
Yeah.
I close my
eyes.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I close my eyes and I end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though.
Oh, well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone, something that speaks to their creative minds. Sayori.
Say yo.
Oh, did you say it? Oh no.
I've just going like,
Oh, no. Yeah,
That
your mic
doesn't
was
solve the problem though.
Oh, Sayori. I like her expression here is very intense.
She's serious. Yeah,
She's
it's
serious,
showing
though.
her side and that she's really thoughtful. She's definitely not stupid.
She's taking
like,
this seriously.
Oh no. Yeah.
Monica's still very. I feel like she's kind of. I feel like her expressions are more limited than the other girls. I don't know if you feel the same way. She's kind of just like having this
sometimes, yeah.
smile. Okay.
Or at least she's putting on. She looks more perfected, you know, like.
Like composed, I think.
She makes perfect practice poses.
Perfect.
Great hair.
Eh? Well, what do you mean?
I was referencing another song.
I referenced it back. Takes a point to be on time and on the student council. Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know?
This reminds me, you know that one fan art of Monica, like she's like at the festival and like she has that like stand and she's the only one there and she's kind of like sad because no one came up to the stand and she's like depressed.
Oh,
Monica
are you talking about the
Monica
one?
without Sayori. So true.
Are you talking about the one with well, it wasn't during the festivals. Well, maybe it was during the festival, but it was when all the people were like lined up at various clubs to sign in, and no one was at the booth.
Yeah, it was that one. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was an official art, was it?
Yeah.
I forget.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't.
It
Okay.
wasn't. No.
And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this?
Oh.
Sayori is taking this really seriously.
Oh.
Sayori is taking this really seriously.
Oh.
It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
Oh. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick?
What kind?
Oh well, I guess we could.
Cupcake!
Huh. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcake. That works out perfectly.
No, that wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. She's so
Let's see.
silly.
Yeah. And Monica's like, cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Hi, hungry. I'm Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire. Well, I didn't really believe that not too long ago. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life.
Yeah, admiring, cause like, yeah, MC. I guess he's also kind of a little hypocritical in that he has to like be impressed. He wants to impress the other girls, but he also wants to like treat Sayori like he always has, and like
Yeah.
there's a little bit of a conflict there, I guess.
Maybe him joining the club maybe gave him like not only motivation, but maybe it kind of like humbled him a bit, you know. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes.
I love this, like, cause like in other in some mods they actually show you, I guess like Rain Clouds is like from Sayori's perspective, right? And then there's also other mods that do that, like Forward Momentum. You get to see more.
Yeah,
from
Forward
Sayori's.
Momentum has like certain parts that perspective switch to Sayori because she is the secondary main character of that mod.
Yep.
Oh.
Wah!
Close up Sayori, close up Sayori.
Oh, I love it.
I opened my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision.
And I like how it's like still low resolution a little bit, so it's like
Yeah, because it's not DDLC plus, because it's
Yeah.
original DDLC. It's not the HD.
but it's also supposed to be
Right.
like Dan's idea for the game is this cheap sort of like, you know, low quality visual novel, and like, you know, you
Yeah,
don't
it's
really
like literally schlockiest of the schlock is what it's to
Yeah.
lure someone in. That's the entire bit, you know?
Yeah. I read the line.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait,
Duh.
actually, I'm not sorry at all.
I love this. She
Yeah.
switches so fast, you know.
It's your fault for sleeping like that. It's like in the Monica Natsuki side story when she's trying to be like a bad cop and get like Monica to stop.
Oh, yeah.
to give Natsuki to be nicer to Natsuki. This isn't the napping club. Ha ha ha.
Does our school have?
This
Sorry.
Does our school have a napping club, perhaps?
You're staying up late again, aren't you?
Nice dodging the question, Sayori.
Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know?
Oh no, not anime.
You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out. Don't say
I
that
love-
so loud.
I love that line. He's so embarrassed by his own interest.
But it's so embarrassed by Sayori just saying the truth.
I know.
Glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
Monica, guys, it's the Monica route. We found it, boys.
Yes. Monica. He can't let Monica know that he's a weeb.
Right.
It's true though.
Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Ooh, calling her out. So like,
Yeah.
I guess this is also important because it shows that since they haven't been in contact for a while, but still that like he knows
He's
that
paying
she's,
attention,
Yeah, he
yeah.
knows he's been
Yeah.
watching. You know, he's like, oh, she's oversleeping, and you know, it's kind of a big deal.
Not every day.
That's not very convincing, you know. How many days this past week have you gotten up on?
That's it's
I
a
love
secret.
I love that line.
It's a secret.
She's like so bad at hiding it.
I knew it.
For someone so cunning, Sayori is such a terrible liar.
Right?
Come on.
And she does the
I think it's when she's
finger
not
Finger pose.
Yeah.
finger pose. I think it's when she's not thinking about lying, when she's better at lying. Like when she does it instinctively rather than like
Mhm.
trying to hide it. Like when she tries to hide something, she's terrible at it. But if she does it, like
Yeah, but she's
I don't know,
overthinking
yeah.
it.
Really good. She's really good being cunning and manipulative, but she's a terrible liar.
She's
No,
over.
what-
Yeah,
She doesn't lie. She doesn't lie, but she does push
it makes her.
that's
buttons.
yeah.
That's why she's so
Anything you want.
interesting. She's so interesting of a character for that reason, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Eh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around you.
Oh. She's blushing a little bit now.
Uh-oh. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out.
Oh, see, this is also like showing how friendly they are. You know, he can just like run his finger.
Wanna get physical, physical.
Yeah. You see, like, Monica in the background just getting jealous.
I know, right? It's like Monica's
Yeah.
watching this unfold.
Yeah, just brooding.
Man,
Man,
could
you
have
really
been
need
me.
to...
You see,
right.
I did a little thing called ambiguity. Who is she? Who is the me? Is it MC? Is it Sayori? Who knows?
Yeah.
My hair is just
God.
really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair.
Yeah.
Look,
Oh.
your bow isn't straight
See,
either.
it shows.
Yeah, your wait. Erase bow.
Wait, what?
Your is straight either?
You're not straight either.
Oh.
God.
So true, bestie.
I love how he's
Either?
so. Either. Wait, either. Oh.
Yo, MC bi confirmed.
Oh my god.
Yeah!
Yay!
He's like. He's
This
so.
club is full of ambiguously bi girls.
True.
Ambiguously
Everybody's
bisexual girls.
bi in this.
I mean, it's an anime trope. Come on, it's
Hmm.
that. Yeah,
Oh.
it's a.
Yeah, and there's a toothpaste stain on your collar. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Hey, at least she brushed her teeth, you know.
Yeah.
That's the good side.
It's hard for people with mental. Sometimes it's hard for people with mental illnesses too. Good for her.
Yeah.
She's trying really hard.
Yeah.
Of
'cause
course they would.
I think like if you're depressed, like the one thing you could let go is your hygiene is like one thing that can go,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you stop
it's
caring for you.
also like executive dysfunction for ADHD, which while Sayori isn't explicitly said to have ADHD, especially in side stories, I identified a lot with what Sayori was saying as signs of ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that people with depression generally, it takes up a lot of energy to do basic things.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
So
and if
that's-
Sayori has the
that's-
combo of depression and
ADHD.
ADHD with
Oh, I think
Oh,
my
what's up?
I think I lost my connection briefly.
it's been
yeah.
fine for us.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright, anyways,
just kind of
carrying on.
Yeah. So I think we.
Well, you got it now. You got it back now, right?
Mhm, yeah.
All right.
All right.
We should be fine then. All right, carrying on. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie!
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Come on, what are you doing? What do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Oh, this is
Dang,
like.
that was kind of mean.
I know that one
Yeah.
was
He's
like.
so mean. He's so mean to her.
But it's okay. It's okay because they're friends, you know. It's like the
Sure.
friendly. The.
Yeah.
That's.
That's super mean.
Duh.
And
Keep in
like.
my mind, Sayori.
And also, she could call him out for not having a girlfriend, you know. Oh.
Ace.
But she wouldn't do that. She's too
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, I think I.
Let's
Sorry.
start to. Oh, you're fine. Sorry, but you'll thank me later.
There we go.
I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change her.
Oh.
The CG.
Yes.
Ooh,
It's full CG, and this is like.
getting hot in here.
It's kind of this. It's kind of interesting how they. If you
Wait
look
a
at the
second.
sides here. Wait.
He said that he'd started buttoning from the bottom, but here he's clearly starting buttoning from the top. Because you
Oh.
can see the bottom of the blazer.
Yeah. Oh.
That-
Not even button anything. Well, no, he is button. get
Oh yeah, you can see because it's open right here. See?
Yeah.
And then as you can see, her shoes are not that blue for some reason. I don't know if that's like an art thing, art error probably.
Inconsistency in Sayori CGs is kind of a theme, especially in the, as Yuri would put it, posture. Like, goddamn, this is so funny. It is so funny. I agree.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things.
Dude, don't say that.
I think
You're giving me ideas.
it's kind of revealing Sayori's crush on MC. I think, you know.
Oh, no, Sayori is a flirtatious lass. Oh my
That's the
God.
thing. That's the thing. People kind of underestimate how like suggestive and flirtatious he was in the base game.
Sayori's flirt.
Oh.
Honestly, you could even argue some of her things are flirtatious in side stories. She's just a flirt in general, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's like rubbing
People don't
off
have to
on
talk
MC.
about that. Mm-hmm.
They just make her pure innocent, doesn't even know a single thing, when she's literally the only character who explicitly talks about her and other people's boobs. Like,
I know.
goddamn.
She's probably the most
Right.
perverted. The most,
Not
honest,
necessarily perverted, but extremely flirty, you know?
yeah. You can see this in there. I don't know if you guys see this little red dot. I don't know what that is. Like, supposed to be.
In her eye?
I think that's just like a light. Those are light reflections in both. And it's because it's in
Oh.
both eyes. There's like a
Yeah.
light on the other side.
It's interesting.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess. Wholesome MC and Sayori moment.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh my. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggled to fully close the button near her
I like how
chest.
there's a dedicated line just for this. Like, he's trying to close this button.
Right.
He can't even do it.
Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed. You would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
Oh,
Means my boobs got bigger again.
Sayori, don't say.
Sayori, don't say that out loud.
Enjoy
Anyway.
making people flustered.
Right. You look much better now, so.
I can imagine MC blushing, like whenever Sayori said that out loud. He's probably like,
Exactly.
he's probably looking really like flush right now.
Yeah, definitely. Why does it feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
It's so stuffy. Oh, it's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once.
That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
So if I keep it unbuttoned like that, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Guess what? We're playing. Well, guess what? My eyes are not on you, silly. Well,
Yeah, she's like.
I literally don't get when people say the girls can't be anything but straight. No. No. Like,
know.
literally by the logic of Monica being bi/pan, like, they all are probably the same way, and especially what Dan himself has said.
Yeah, Dan has been pretty like off.
He said their sexuality is there for there to decide, so to speak, saying it's not anything that it's really whatever makes sense. And then, like, all of them have moments that are very clearly sus for or like not implying otherwise, you know.
Yeah.
Like, or could easily be read as that. Like,
yeah, I like how Dan kind of gives agency to the characters, and he doesn't like want to
characters
in,
and
you know?
people, and like saying there isn't a canon because it's really a lot of DDLC is up to interpretation. I also don't think that Dan would make jokes about the characters kissing if they weren't,
sure.
you know.
Yeah.
If I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would, anyway.
Oh, and she's blushing. Look at that. She's looking away.
Yeah. And that's also not that's also not erasing that they all have
I know.
At least a superficial attraction to MC via game code, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. And that Sayori is confirmed at least bi because of the side stories when she's tipping herself with one of Natsuki's manga characters, and that was like a little silly bit.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of them are probably bi.
But also, it's really implied that that in both side stories and base game that Sayori ships Natsuki and Yuri together. Like, come on. Like, he says, "It's my heart as if a ship has sailed away" after Natsuki and Yuri fight in side stories, and in the previous side story before their fight, Natsuki taught Sayori what shipping was. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I need to play. I need to play side stories.
Side stories is so great.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So,
Oh.
I think we didn't read this one, did we?
Wait.
Nah. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Please. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little bit earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Oh, got him.
Fine. You got me. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Oh, that's a good line.
Sayori's so wonderful.
So, you know, it kind of reminds, like, some people, they get energy from being around other people, like, I guess extroverts.
Absolutely.
And I think
Sayori's
Sayori,
definitely an introvert. I mean, an extrovert.
Extrovert, yeah. She falls, like, she definitely, like, fits into that. Just this one line is such a good indication, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Huh.
So maybe you could come wake me up in the morning.
Whoa.
Sheesh!
I know, right?
Yeah, right? You're doing it again.
He's just gonna come to her house with, like, breakfast and, like,
Alarm clock.
tray table. Like,
An air horn.
just, like, dresses her up in the morning. And I was like,
Yeah.
buttons up her blazer, too.
Aw, but I was joking that time. And see, she's very she's very aware. She's super aware.
Yeah, see, that is
of what she says means. Like, she is cunning.
Yeah. It's just sometimes not that obvious, but
yeah.
more
I think
aware
it's easy to overlook, you know? So,
Yeah.
and then, yeah.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Oh. Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems you wrote now?
Yay! Salvato, I can't wait to read yours.
You mean my 20-word poem? Yeah.
Hell
same.
yeah. Theory trots, that's a classic. That's an all-time classic. She's constantly described as trotting. It's really
I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still way.
Yeah, I just imagine her, like, you know, kind of like skipping a little bit, you know, like, and her like with her knees in the air, like very happy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I love the way she. I love how enthusiastic and how much Sayori loves her friend. She's constantly gassing up Monica. Like, that's a really cute detail.
By the way, did you
like
remember?
they talk outside of club like a lot. Like, that's even implied with how after bottles, Sayori says Monica helped her write it.
Yeah, and then also they work on the weekend. They kind of like that's kind of outside the club them together.
Monica definitely didn't tell Sayori didn't pull a low tier god. You know what I mean? She didn't go, "You should kill yourself." No, she probably said something along the lines of, "You're holding back MC," because that was what would really get to her.
Oh, by the way.
And given Monica never wanted Sayori to. I'm getting ahead of myself, you know.
Yeah, we should.
Just continue.
By the
say
way,
that for later.
did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
Can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's... That's actually a grammar mistake.
I really?
Sayori's... I think so, because
Wow.
if you do...
Yeah, it would be. Actually, no, it's Sayori's poem is. Sayori's is, yeah. It
Because
just
if it's
sounds silly.
Sayori... It's
It's-
a little bit... Yeah.
It would look like Sayori. It would be Sayori is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this one?
It would be Sayori. Sayori. This would be
Sayori.
abbreviated Sayori is if it was followed by a verb, but it's talking about her poem, so it's correct.
I see.
Oh yeah, because it's referencing her poem. So it would be Sayori's poem is on her. Yeah, it's kind of weirdly written. It's kind of how it
Yeah,
truncates.
English is funky, so it looks
Yeah,
weird, but
for
it's
sure.
right.
English is very funky. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composite
She has to be fancy.
professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfection. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit.
Yep. Perfectionist, by the way.
We should read the poems, whichever character's voice, whoever's voicing which character should read their poems too.
Atsuka and Yuri reluctantly comply as well. I do the same myself. Wait, so am I
Alright.
gonna read? I'm gonna
I think.
read it.
Well, we're an hour in, so do you want to stop? now?
Yeah.
I think this is a good
That's- I
Yeah,
was
place.
we
gonna
can
say-
start. We can start next time with the
Yeah.
poems.
All right. Well, anyway, I gotta go.
Alright.
You guys continue if you want, but
No, I think.
head out.
I
I
think.
wouldn't feel right continuing
Yeah,
about
I
someone.
feel like we could probably just come back tomorrow.
All right. Anyways,
Yeah.
It's a good.
thanks
good
so much for having me, guys. It was. I had a lot of fun. I definitely want to do this more tomorrow.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope we can. Hopefully get through this game. Just like the
I
pace is.
apologize for
Yeah.
keeping sidetracked and talking about things that I should talk about
No,
later.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts about this game, you know, like.
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah. Well,
lots
we're
of
here to
things-
express them, so
There's no more save slots.
no harm, no foul.
I already put all the save slots.
No,
That's
just save, just save on the first 3 for the real save
Yeah.
slots, and keep the funny visual gag for the rest.
All right. Well, thanks.
All right. Anyways,
And we'll see y'all tomorrow.
see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
You too.
You too. Bye.